A lot of excitement has been created by Tiffany Stratton's recent remarks on the prospect of competing against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41. From what Tiffany Stratton said to the rumors and stories that indicate this may be one of the most fascinating matchups at next year's biggest tournament. I'll break it all down for you if you're wondering why this match could actually happen. First, let's examine the history of this possible ideal match. One of the most talked about comebacks in recent months has been Charlotte Flair's return to the WWE following a serious knee injury. In a December 2023 SmackDown bout against Asuka, Flair tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus, causing her to miss several months of action. WWE took sure to build up her comeback with a number of vignettes that kept her in the spotlight during her hiatus, as fans had been anxiously awaiting her return to action. To the delight of the WWE Universe, Charlotte finally returned at the 2024 Royal Rumble. However, Charlotte Flair's comeback wasn't your typical one. She not only participated in the Royal Rumble event but also emerged victorious, becoming the first woman to win the Women's Royal Rumble match twice. When Charlotte prevailed, it was evident that she had once again established herself as the dominant force in the women's division, as WWE had been building to the Rumble for weeks, hinting at her potential comeback. Charlotte cemented her reputation as one of the best female combatants in WWE history by adding her name to the record books and securing a championship bout at WrestleMania 41. Charlotte Flair gained the opportunity to compete for a title at WrestleMania by winning the Rumble. Naturally, there was a great deal of conjecture regarding her opponent, since it appeared like the most sensible course of action. Many fans thought she would challenge for the Women's World Championship, which is currently held by Rhea Ripley. Others conjectured that Charlotte may take on Indi Hartwell, the NXT champion, or possibly Jacy Jayne, the NXT Women's Champion. But Tiffany Stratton was one name that caught our attention during the discussion. Although Tiffany Stratton is still relatively new to the scene, she has already had a significant impact and has established herself as one of WWE's top rising talents. She made headlines right away with her agility, charisma, and evident talent in the ring after starting her career in WWE's developmental system. Following her victory in the 2024 Women's Money in the Bank contract, Stratton unexpectedly won the Women's Championship on the inaugural SmackDown edition in 2025. The manner in which Stratton earned the title added to the intrigue of this. In one of the most shocking incidents of the year, she betrayed Nia Jax, her longtime ally. Stratton's position as a top heel in the WWE was cemented by this turn, and her championship reign emerged as one of the most talked about plotlines in recent months. Although her ascent to prominence was abrupt, it was evident that she had merited her position as one of the leading female WWE stars. Stratton discussed the prospect of competing against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41 in a recent interview with SI. Tiffany responded enthusiastically when questioned about the duel, saying she would adore the chance. "To be honest, I believe we could have an incredible match," Stratton remarked. "That seems like a given to me. We would most likely see one of the top matches on the WrestleMania schedule." She went on to discuss the extent to which Charlotte Flair had impacted her professional life. "It was she who introduced me to wrestling. She inspired me when I watched her on a SmackDown episode. If she were to compete against me at WrestleMania, it would mean a lot to my younger self." Stratton's remarks are really impactful and reveal to us how much she values Charlotte Flair. For a large portion of her career, Tiffany has been influenced by Charlotte, and she now dreams about the prospect of competing against her at the most important WWE event. This is more than just a match for Tiffany Stratton. It's an opportunity to share the ring with one of the greatest women in history. For Stratton, who has adored Charlotte since the start of her wrestling career, it's a full circle moment. Charlotte Flair has also expressed interest in taking on Stratton, although it is uncertain whether that match will occur. It is a chance. The stage is set for a huge match at WrestleMania 41, as both women have expressed interest in a possible match. There are some concerns, though, over how WWE will depict this event, especially in light of the rivals' relationship. How will WWE portray Charlotte Flair in this plot is one of the main issues that fans and commentators have been posing. Charlotte has been a top heel in the women's division for years, and it's no secret that she's naturally good at playing the bad guy. She has flourished as a heel because she possesses the demeanor, disposition, and abilities to go under the skin of the WWE Universe. But in recent months, particularly after her comeback at the Royal Rumble, Charlotte has been portrayed as a babyface, or the good guy. This has caused some people to worry about how her persona will be viewed in the event that she and Tiffany Stratton get into a quarrel. Conversely, Tiffany Stratton is already a well-known heel. Her TV persona is notoriously entitled, spoiled, and patronizing. She has no qualms about telling everyone that she is the greatest and would do whatever it takes to prove it. On screen, Stratton is anything from pleasant and charming. Despite her appearance in interviews outside of WWE programming, she is one of the greatest heels in WWE right now because of her ability to agitate the crowd with her haughty manner. For WWE, this creates an intriguing dynamic. How can two heels square off against one another? Since both characters are despised by the crowd, heel versus heel matches frequently feel a little hollow. Sometimes the crowd is unsure of whom to support, which might result in a lackluster reaction. But when done right, a heel versus heel competition can be very interesting, particularly when the characters have personal stakes and strong motives. The evolution of the conflict between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair will be the most significant element of this plot as it progresses, playing off the idea that Stratton has seized the chance to advance through the ranks while Charlotte Flair has been out for some time due to an injury is one possible strategy to organize the game. Tiffany would be the newcomer, keen to establish herself, while Charlotte would be the seasoned competitor, coming back to take her spot at the top of the women's division. Tiffany can claim that she has been keeping the division together while Charlotte has been away and that she won't allow the Queen to stroll in and take away the crown now that she has returned. For Tiffany, defeating Charlotte at WrestleMania would be the pinnacle of proving that she is more than just a passing fad. She is the women's division's future. Charlotte would have the opportunity to demonstrate her continued dominance in the WWE during the match at WrestleMania. Winning would add another title reign to her already stellar CV and solidify her legacy. Additionally, it would put Charlotte one step closer to surpassing the record for the most world title reigns, which is now held by John Cena, Ric Flair, and her father, who each have 16 world titles. Charlotte would get one step closer to making history if she prevailed at WrestleMania. The contest might be one of the most thrilling women's matchups in WrestleMania history, and the stakes are high for both women, with Tiffany standing in for the upcoming generation of celebrities and Charlotte for the long-standing industry giants. It might be a battle of the old versus the new. The fierce rivalry between the two ladies might provide an exciting prelude to WrestleMania, and each has a purpose to prove. Naturally, the issue of who will win this match also arises. Tiffany Stratton is the up-and-coming star, and a victory over Charlotte Flair would propel her to the next level, even if Charlotte has the experience and honors on her side. Although it's hard to predict who will win, the battle is made more interesting by the two women's intense interest in it. The possibility of outside meddling or unforeseen developments during the contest should also be taken into account. WWE is renowned for its unexpected plot twists, and we might witness other wrestlers interfering to support or undermine a rival. This can further complicate the contest and increase its unpredictability. In conclusion, there is undeniable excitement surrounding this possible bout, regardless of whether Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton takes place at WrestleMania 41. Given that both ladies are interested in competing against one another, WWE has the chance to establish a historic rivalry. This quarrel has all the makings for a spectacular confrontation because of the experience, youthful talent, and personal stakes involved. The idea of this match is already being anxiously anticipated by fans, and if it occurs, it will undoubtedly be one of the most talked about matches of WrestleMania 41.